Hello, grade 5. In this video, we will speak about adding and subtracting decimals. We will focus on subtracting since adding, actually, it's not included in the second month exam. But anyway, it's same procedure, same steps, how we subtract and add easily with decimals is by just line up decimals correctly. If you order the decimals in vertically, correctly, and if you line them or put them in an order in vertical line, so you will find out that adding or subtracting them it will be easier for you. Now, the most important thing is the location for the decimal point. Since you are adding or subtracting two numbers, so actually, putting the two decimal points above each other correctly, it will help you to add and subtract easily. Now, the essential question for this, how do I add and subtract decimals? And actually, as you know, miss, we have to line up the decimals with each other, especially put the decimal points above each other. And you put the decimal points correctly. If you point them correctly, so you will notice that all of the other digits will be lined up correctly. Then you will add and subtract as you always do. We start always with the right end. In adding and subtracting, we start always with the right end. And don't forget to keep the decimal point in its place. So if you are adding and subtracting and you face decimal point, you have immediately to put it down in the answer. Now let's take an example. About adding, since we took it and in the first month exam, actually I will skip it and I will go to subtraction, since actually it's included in our exam. In subtraction, if you want to subtract 2 and 8 hundredths from 5 and 34 hundredths, first thing to do is to line them up correctly. How is that? Just put the decimal points under the decimal points, and then all of the other digits will be ordered correctly. Now then start to subtract. We always start with the right end. As we said, we want to subtract 4 minus 8. It cannot be done, so we will borrow from the tens, which is a 3, and 4 will be 14, and the 3 for sure it will be 2. Then 14 minus 8, it will be 6. And 2 minus 0, it will be 0. And look, since we face the decimal point, so we have to put it immediately. And 5 minus 2 will be 3. Then let's take another example. If you subtract 28 minus 15 and 911 thousandths. As you can see here, it's 28 alone. There is no decimals. It's not a decimal. It's a whole number. Actually, as we said, we can add the decimal point to the right end of 28. Why? Because according to invisible math, for each number, which is actually for each whole number, there is an invisible decimal point at the right end of this number. Then we can just put the decimal point and add zeros as the number of the digits of the other decimal. Since we have 3 digits, 911, so we can just call 911 for emergency, or we can just add 3 zeros and subtract. Now, when you start to subtracting, 0 minus 1 cannot be done, so it will borrow from the other 0, nothing with it. It will borrow from the other 0, previous 0, nothing with it. So it will go to 8. 8 becomes 7, and it will give the same, 0, 1, it will be 10, and then it will be 9, since 1 will be taken to the other 0, it will be 10, then again it will be 9, until we reach the last digit or the last zero will take 1, so it will become 10. Then we subtract 10 minus 1 equal 9, 9 minus 1 equals 8, 9, the other 9 minus 9 equals 0, then put the decimal point, then 7 minus 5, don't forget that it's 7 minus 5, 2, and 2 minus 1, 1. Okay, now let's go now to the